This video is for those people who want to join the Navy and are curious about boot camp. I'm going to give you a basic rundown on how my boot camp experience went. There was a bunch of stuff that I had written down every single day. I got a little notepad like this. I went through 2 of them. Some of it is just doodling, just doodle. Other stuff, wrote down basically everything that we did per day. First things first, learn facing movements. Left face, right face, about face. You're gonna learn all of that in boot camp, but it's better to know before you go in. You're also gonna learn dress right dress, dress left dress. That's dressing off in mass formation. You're gonna do at a normal interval, at a close interval. You're gonna learn all that, but before you go into boot camp, it's better to get an idea of what it actually is. And if you want me to do a video on that, I will. I can also make a video on like the basic workouts that we did, or I'll just throw them in at the end of this video. This is for the 2022 boot camp. I went down in November 2021. You know, obviously you leave from the MEPS hotel, go down to MEPS, and from there, like you'll take a bus probably over to the airport and you'll fly out. For me, I think we got into Chicago at like 7 o'clock in the afternoon, and then like you're gonna go like line up, get into a group with everybody, and from there, once you have like mostly everybody, you will go down to boot camp. So when you get there, everyone always is, you know, nervous about night of arrival, and my night of arrival was different than what everyone else's is gonna be, and I'll get into that in a second. But it's just like every other video that you've seen, Making a Sailor. I'll have that link in the description. The one from 2018. It's very similar to what you actually go through. So you get there, you get on the bus. It's like really nerve-wracking, obviously, because you have no idea what's about to happen. But you'll get on the bus, take you down to like one of the main buildings. You get like all your first issue stuff. You go right over to like the barracks, I guess you can call it. It's not like the barracks, it's more like, I guess it is barracks. But so for me, it was a lot different because we had ROM. I believe it's called restriction of movement. I was in ROM for 7 days before we actually started anything at boot camp. ROM, you don't do anything. It was good for us because it gave us 7 extra days to study. You want to know your general orders, your basic chain of command, like your boot camp chain of command. You want to know all that before you go in. You want to do a ranking recognition, anything like that's going to be on the depth test. Then you get into P days. P days is like your processing days. So all like your shots and stuff, your medical, you go through dental. And like in our division, we had to do stenciling, a lot of stenciling. So you're going to be doing all your laundry together. And like obviously you have to stencil so you know where your stuff is at. Peanut butter shot hurts. It's like a horse kicked you right in the ass. That sucks. Week 1, super different for us, right? Because we're on an 8-week program right now for the 2022. It's going to be an extended version of that. So they're going to go more into depth with like all your training. But 8-week, it was really sped up. Be prepared for marching. Be prepared to get beat or smoked. You know, if one person in your division gets in trouble, that's on the whole division. You learn how to make your rack. That is huge because you'll be tested on that. You should already know about that. You have your PT first, your initial PT test, and your swim. You should pass that. If you don't know how to swim, they will teach you how to swim. If you don't know how to swim by the end of boot camp, you'll be put into RCU, which is like training. It's like an extended version of your training. You get put into an RCU division, I believe that's how it works. Your days are gonna go by really slow, but your weeks are gonna go by really quick, if that makes any sense. You'll get like an RPOC, an AROC. Now an RPOC is like the Recruit Chief Petty Officer. That is the leader of your division. He's gonna take charge of you guys. Your AROC is just a singer. He's singing cadences, getting you guys like in step when you're marching. Like during one tack, you're gonna do a lot of PT, and to me, I think that's like probably the most times you're gonna get beat because you're fresh and into the Navy, and you don't know like anything that's gonna happen. You don't know any like military discipline unless you came from a military family. You have like a general idea. All right. So in one tack, I lost my glove. Chief wanted to absolutely beat me, and from then on, you just like kind of realize that you got to be on your stuff, because Chief came down right in my face like this, and he whispered, and I was so scared, man. Like big Chief coming and whispered, basically just like that he's gonna smoke me. I didn't mention this before actually filming the whole video, but to 2 tack through like 3-4 tack, you're going to get like your uniform issue clothes. You're going to focus on like marching. As a division, you will have one of the tests is how well your division marches, and that will you will get a independent steam for that, which basically means you can march on your own without your chief or your petty officer, any of your RDCs. There's like a bunch of tests like that. You will have a bunch of uniform. You have to meet all the uniform standards, so you're gonna get tested on that to make sure you know how to actually wear the uniform, represent the uniform. That is basically the easiest thing ever. You're gonna get asked questions on that. Simple stuff like chain of command, ranking recognition. It's really simple stuff. It's anything that you learned or that you should have learned for the depth test. And I didn't mention this before, but you can rank up from the depth test. I came in as an E1 and I got out as an E2. At 4 tack, you're gonna go to Mod Spike. I can't really tell you too much about that. It's pretty easy, just pay attention. It's a whole group teamwork, group effort. You learn like history of firefighting. You do live fire, which is really fun. You can have the opportunity to get qualified as a marksman, a sharpshooter, or an expert. I got sharpshooter. And you also do like basic firefighting, which is pretty cool. Throughout boot camp, you're gonna acquire flags. All your flags are going to represent like basically how well your division is doing as a whole. And like when you get to boot camp, say like there's gonna be like 70 people in your division. A lot of people are gonna get ASVAB. They're gonna be the reason you lose flags. You know, if they're not that reason, they'll get injured. They're gonna get ASVAB into a different division or get set back a couple weeks. Towards like the end of boot camp, you're gonna do your PT test. All the standards are going to be in the description below for any of those who are questioning what they have to meet. It's just really simple. Prepare before you go into boot camp. You want to know how to do like proper push-ups, proper plank. You want to be able to run at least 2 miles. So when you have to run your 1.5 miles, it's a lot easier. At the end of boot camp, you will be tested. Basically everything that you've learned. So I can't really go into that. You know what it's called. I'm sure you've done your research, but I can't get into that. So basically, boot camp for me was very stressful in the beginning because your team isn't really a team. Everyone is still on their own, and you're not in that like family yet. Towards like the middle of boot camp, like you're gonna have like your close buds. Everyone's gonna be like have their own like cliques or whatever. But that's when you guys start to like come together. See, like for me, it wasn't until like the end of boot camp. Some divisions really excelled in teamwork. That's always that's like the number one thing. Right now, I'm in A school down in Florida, and yeah, I'm gonna be working on getting classed up right now, and that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or DM me on Instagram. I'll be sure to help you out. That's pretty much it. So, all right, that's my roommate Eddie. We out in A school. We're gonna show you like the basic workouts that you do like when you get IT'd.
Basically, when they tell you to get down for push-ups, you're gonna be like down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But after every one, you have to say 1 petty officer, or if there's a chief, 1 chief. So we'll give you a demonstration right now. So
on your 6-pack, down, up,
1
down,
petty
up,
officer, 2
down,
petty
up,
officer, 3 petty
down,
officer,
up,
4 petty officer,
down, up. So like our division basically said like on your 2-pack, is your butt. So on your 2-pack, and it's a 4 count. So you start off with your legs up.
So you're gonna, right now I can't do it that good, but you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's
1.
one. Yeah.
But that's 1.
Okay, 8 counts.
Alright, so 8 counts go like this. So you're gonna start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, ready?
You pop back out of tension and you be like 1 petty officer. This one was the worst one. It might be the easiest, but it was the worst because after all the workouts and your arms are tired. So just arm circles. That's it. Right now I feel good because, you know, whatever. And then you're gonna do it, but bro, your arms will hurt so much.
After like 2 minutes, you'll be like,
yeah. And then like, you just your arms, you'll be like, and then they'll be like, get it up. You're like, and then backwards. Like, it's crazy. Like,
and then show them like the side lats.
oh yeah, and then there will be something like this. Elbows straight, arms in the air, and you have to stay up. And then switch sides, and then so on and so forth. Oh yeah, so planks, you can't lock your hands. You have to have it separated. So you can either have a fist or like this. And then one thing everybody will hate is air chairs. So they'll be like, air chairs, get there. And then you have to like sit straight like that. And then you have to like keep your arms up. And you're like tired. And then you have to keep everything up. And they just keep yelling at you.
So that is gonna conclude this video. In boot camp, you'll get all this gear. But leave a comment, leave a like, or dislike. Yeah. Or who ya?